Hi, my name's Josh Case, and I'm applying to be a life leader at GCU for the 2016-2017 school year. And for this video, I had to talk about John 1, 1 through 5 and answer two questions about it. The first question being, what did you get out of it? And the second question being, how would you apply it to your own life? So first, I'm going to read the verses. John 1 through 5 says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." So when talking about this verse, this passage, I think it's important to see how, we're sinful people. We're full of sin. God created us in his image and his perfectness, but through the fall in Genesis 3, through Adam and Eve, we became evil. We became filled with evil. And when it talks about being full of darkness, that's us humans being full of our sinful desires. And it said God shines through the darkness. God is perfect. God can overcome the darkness. And I think when we start working on a relationship with Jesus, when we start really getting in devotion and dedicating our life to him, that's when he's going to overcome the darkness, overcome the sin and struggles we deal with. And in applying it to my own life, in my application, I talked about things I've dealt with throughout high school, throughout years and years, things that I never really thought I would overcome. But when I came to GCU, when I found that relationship with Jesus, when I really started investing in time with him, those sins became easier to just get rid of. I filled that with God. My sin, my darkness, my temptations, they left, and Jesus became the light that was shining through that. Jesus became the most important thing to me. I think it's important for us as Christians to see that, when I've seen this passage talked about, people talk about going to see the lost and the unsaved and the evil and going to these other countries or other places and trying to preach the gospel. And that's great, that's a good thing. But I think before we do that, we need to realize, we're sinful creatures ourselves. We need to make sure we're investing in our relationship with Jesus and letting that light be shining through us before we go and try and save other people or before we try and go and tell other people about Jesus. This passage really reminds us that, we're all sinful, we're all full of this darkness, but God's stronger than the darkness, and he can really save us and really help his light shine through the darkness that we are filled with us.